Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jack of April 2020. I'm in the Bushveld in South Africa, so the internet can be a little bit dodgy at times. It might disappear for a second or two, but I will be back very shortly, so just hang in there if that does happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do for Virgo for April 2020 is my formula at the moment, which is the tea leaf cards. They're predictive. They will tell you what elements, what people and situations will be coming into your life in April. At the moment, we like to have a little bit of a heads up as to what kind of energies will be circulating in our lives at that time. I'm also doing a relationship reading using the Romance Angel cards. This is both for those of you that are looking for relationships as well as those of you that are in established relationships. I finish up with the energy cards because this is working particularly well at the moment in giving you the recipe and the guidance of the type of energies to enlist in the month of April to bring about the best results for you. Okay, it's working particularly well. I'm using that deck myself a lot at the moment. Right, so we are looking at Virgo for April 2020. Let's give the cards a little bit of a shuffle and see what shows up for you. As per usual, I will be reading what it says on the cards first, and once I've selected all the cards, then I will tell you the story that is coming through with that particular set of cards. Right, Virgo, first card that comes up for you is the Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So I would say in April, this is going to be what is important to you. It's having that secure base, feeling secure within the family that is going to be important to you. So there will no doubt be situations and people that will arise in April that will drive this point home to you. Okay? Right, let's see what the next card is for you guys. The Scales, keep your life in balance. So don't veer towards one extreme or the other. Leave extremes out of life in April, in other words, okay? The next card that comes up for you guys is pay attention to your work. Don't let things distract you. Don't get your eye off the ball. It's important that you keep your eye on the ball in April. And the next card that comes up is family matters. So you will be dealing with family matters in the month of April. That can sometimes distract us from work to the extent where it probably could be a little bit detrimental. So remember to keep things in balance. That's why it came up. Muddled, unclear thinking is the forest. I'm thinking that it's a family situation where you don't have clarity on in April, but let's just see what comes up after that. This is a change for the better. That's wonderful. So what we're going to see here for you guys in April is the home, the family, the home base, whatever it may be to you, is going to be important that it is stable and secure and balanced, okay? The one way for it to stay balanced is for you as well not to veer off in with any extreme decisions, extreme actions, anything like that. Try to keep things calm and balanced within that sector of your life. But you're going to want that as well. So you're not going to tend to be extreme about anything. Keep your eye on the ball. That pay attention to your work can be any kind of work, whatever work it is. It's not necessarily your 9 to 5 work. It can be whatever your goal is at the time, whatever you need to get done at the time. Because family matters might be confusing to you in April, but they will be changing for the better. In fact, everything will be changing for the better in April. There's going to be a shift coming up, guys. By the middle of April, we're going to see a major shift. It's starting off in this coming week. If you are watching this in the last week of March, the last few days of March, be aware of the fact the energies are starting to shift. We may not notice it at the time because of what all is going on. So it's going to totally distract us from the fact that there actually is an energy shift happening, but there is one happening. And you will going to see solid concrete manifestation of this by the middle of April. And remember, it's a good manifestation that's going to be coming up. Good energies are going to be making some changes by the middle of April. And I know if you're watching this at the end of March, you don't believe me. But it is worth remembering that there is a light at the end of this tunnel, and you will start seeing that light by the middle of April. Okay, let's have a look what relationships have in store for you for the month of April 2020, Virgo. Okay, and the first card that comes up for you, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. That is your card, right? So what it is saying is that there is some kind of relationship dynamic, some kind of relationship story that plays out in the month of April or has started playing out already, which ultimately leads to the healing of an old wound, okay? And that changes relationship dynamics. So if you're looking for a relationship, it will draw in a different person this time. If you're in an established relationship, it can heal an old relationship dynamic. The second card is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So for those of you in established relationships, it could very well be really directly related to children. Perhaps you heal a relationship dynamic with your children, or a relationship dynamic you had with your parents, which now is playing out with your children. But there's the opportunity in April for that to heal. Situations and people will bring that to the fore, and there is the potential then for that to heal. And those of you that are looking for somebody, it could be often they have children, okay? Or it can be a case of needing to embrace that childlike, innocent expectation when looking for relationships. Sometimes we can be a bit jaded by experience because things have happened. So we go looking for new relationships and we have all these preconceived, really not good ideas of what can happen in relationships. When in fact one should be taking the eye that, you know what, a new relationship can bring anything. There is so many variations out there that it's quite possible for you, and quite likely if you set your mind to it, to draw in somebody that's totally different to past experience. But you need to have the mindset almost of a child then, of wow, what's going to happen? I have no idea. You know, it needs to be that kind of thing. Which is interesting because the final card here is give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So for those of you in established relationships, it is a case of perhaps giving your relationship a bit of breathing space, giving your partner a bit of breathing space so that things can unfold a bit without trying to sort of direct them and try to predict the outcomes all the time. There's a feeling here of take a breath, let it go, and let the relationship unfold a bit at its own pace and where it may go without trying to stop where it's going or change where it's going or predict where it's going, okay? And if you are looking for a new relationship, you're definitely going to have to take a bit of a, well, wide-eyed view of, let me see where this is going. Maybe it's not perfect in the beginning. Maybe this isn't the person that ticks all my boxes. Maybe this isn't the usual kind of person I'm into. Let me see what's going to happen here. That's going to definitely be the kind of energy that will work out the best where relationships are concerned for you in the month of April, Virgo. Now, finally, we have a look at the energy cards. What these cards do is, I draw 3 cards for you. I read what's on the cards. Ultimately, these are the most useful energies for you in April. They will be energies that will be available to you. They will be there, okay? They're going to be circling you. If you embrace them and use them, you're going to find life far easier to navigate. The challenges will be easier to overcome. You will weave and wind your way easily through anything, and you will have the most chance of success using those particular energies. They are incredibly accurate at the moment. So consider in the month of April coming back to this video a few times and even just watching this end bit to remind yourself which energies to use in any given situation that will bring you the most success, the most happiness, the most successful outcomes. First one for you guys is passion. Okay, that's interesting. On this card it says, passion is an inner flame that will keep you striving towards a vision. You know, they often say if you don't feel passionately about something, it can't deliver to you what it wants. So it's worth considering what you feel passionate about and pursuing that in the month of April. And whatever you pursue in the month of April, find how you can feel passionate about it, because that's what's going to make it successful or turn out in a way that will be good for you. The next one is dreams. This is interesting. I can see a lineup coming up here. Dreams see the possible pathways of a future that act as a roadmap for our actions. I've already said the give the relationship a chance scenario. This is about dreaming dreams, about thinking that things can almost impossibly work out in ways, but not trying to direct it yourself, not trying to manipulate it yourself, not trying to sort of predict what it's going to be, about letting wonderful things unfold, okay? It's very much about that. The final card is opportunity. Interesting. When your eyes are open wide, opportunities you never thought possible will manifest. You know what's brilliant about this? especially with all these other cards that are coming up about allowing things, giving them a chance, dreaming, being passionate, and then opportunity. If we have very specific ideas of how things should turn out, if we are trying to control things, if we're trying to manipulate things, if we are predicting outcomes and then trying to steer things towards those outcomes, even if they're fear-based, we kind of put blinkers on. And when we are presented with marvelous opportunities, we can't see them because we have a nice set of ideas that we want things to follow. I'm hearing a little voice in my head say I should really be listening to this message at the moment. And it's probably true. Okay, so it's a case of there's going to be marvelous opportunities coming up now in April. But if you're going to be blinkered by expectations and predicting how you want things to be, or pushing against how things are, you're going to miss out on those opportunities. Dream the dream, definitely, even if it's outlandish in your head. And feel passionate about what you do pursue. But remember, opportunity is going to come disguised in ways that you may not notice, or you may be so blinkered by what is going on and so resistant to what is going on, and maybe angry, even fearful, whatever the case may be, that the opportunities that are being dropped in your lap right in front of you, you're going to miss them. So relax, take a deep breath, dream, don't try and manipulate, don't try and organize, don't try and second guess, don't try and predict. Just wait, because there's opportunities that are going to work out for you in ways you would never have thought possible. Right, so that is your reading for the month of April, Virgo. I do hope that you enjoyed that. If you would like a personal reading or one of my incredible soulmate readings, I do amazing soulmate readings, then you can contact me via my website. I will put the link in the description box below. It will come up a bit later once the video has processed. There's also, I think, in the About section on my YouTube channel, you'll see there is a link to the website. Go to the website and you will see how to get there and what you can order from me and how to do that. Right, I want to thank you for watching and listening. Those of you that are subscribing, to those of you that comment, I love the comments. I read every single one and I try to reply to as many of them as possible. Wishing you much love and laughter and blessings in the month of April.